White House counselor Kellyanne Conway has absolutely had it with the liberal media and especially the liberal fact checkers that keep calling out her boss for his constant lies. On Wednesday, following the State of the Union address, Kellyanne Conway appeared on Mark Simone's radio program in New York, where the two of them talked about the fact that those fact checkers clearly have some kind of bias against the president. Listen to what the two had to say about it.
Hey, Kellyanne Conway, here's something you guys got to work on. Liberals seize more and more control of the infrastructure. They control the newspapers. They control the networks. In the last few years, they've taken total control of the fact-checking sites, and they're very slanted, factcheck.org and all of them, the Washington Post, New York Times. I mean, obviously, there's not a really good fact-checking site that doesn't have a lot of bias in it. Something's got to be done about that.
Yeah, fact-checking the fact-checkers. It's not a bad idea only because the people say, well, the facts speak for themselves. Right, but you're selecting what you think should be fact-checked. So this industry was not at a fever pitch when Barack Obama was president. People say, because he didn't lie. Okay, well, the big one was you can keep your plan, you keep your doctor. So right now, right there with my eyes closed and not even thinking about it, I came up with 2 whoppers. There had to be more. And so, you know, you're right, though. It's not just academia. It's not just the mainstream media. It's not just so many different organs and organizations that are slanted toward this president and toward his agenda, but now the fact-checking industry. But look, America are their own fact-checkers in terms of whether they believe the tax cut, the big lie that it's not going to help them. They know if their 401ks are fatter, if their retirement savings, their pensions, their kids' educational funds have increased or decreased.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The woman who coined the term alternative facts believes that fact-checkers are just being mean to the president because they don't like him. They didn't fact check Obama, according to what she just said in that clip, and he lied all the time. So why suddenly are these liberal fact checkers just now going after the president of the United States? Well, here's the thing. Pretty much any politician that says anything publicly is fact-checked these days. We have fact-checking websites. We have newspapers that have entire departments devoted to fact-checking what politicians say. And occasionally, a Democrat says something that gets rated as a pants-on-fire type lie. But more often than not, the people who earn that rating are Republicans, especially in the last year, Donald Trump. It's not that they have a bias against Donald Trump, it's that Donald Trump clearly has a bias against telling the truth, as do you, Kellyanne Conway. You invented your own set of facts. You've invented your own reality in which you and the president live fact-free from the rest of the world. That's not how it works. Just because somebody calls you out on a lie doesn't mean that they're biased against you. It means that they're biased against liars. That's the difference here. And I know it can't be easy to have to go out there every day and defend a president who you know is lying through his teeth every time he opens his mouth, but that's the job you chose, and I guess that's what you have to do. Meanwhile, you also say that Americans are their own fact checkers. Well, if that's the case, then your guy, your boss, your president is in a hell of a lot more trouble than he would be if it was only those newspapers doing the fact-checking, because a majority of people in this country do not believe a word that Donald Trump says, and they do not believe that he is trustworthy, and they don't even believe that he is a good role model for their children. So if I were you, I would leave that job up to the actual fact-checkers, because if you're putting it on the American public, then you're in bigger trouble than you think. If you're thinking about subscribing to our channel, I strongly encourage you to do that. But if you're not thinking about subscribing, I would encourage you to start thinking about it, and then once you're thinking about it, actually go and do it. You can see the subscribe button right there on the screen, or if you're watching on a different platform, go to youtube.com/theringofFire.